Hey there guys, this is Vile Self. I'm here to show you guys a video on how to beast with the pistols on Black Ops 2. How to get the gold camos and eventually the diamond camos for your pistols. I got some tips and some advice, some suggestions you can use for class setups and strategies and tactics. So here we go. First I'm going to get into the classes. First I'm going to say I use the same class for basically every pistol, minus maybe changing up the attachments here and there. But basically, what you want to do with the pistols is you want to use speed as a weapon. The pistols are your fastest weapon in the game. You got the fastest draw time, you got the fastest movement speed, fastest maneuverability, all this stuff. Use it to your advantage. There's no reason why you should be, sitting still in a corner or camping around or anything like that. So the class I like to use, and I'll explain it a little more, is lightweight, scavenger, dexterity with what do you call it? Perk 3 greed with marathon. So I got 4 perks. Obviously, lightweight, dexterity, and marathon. You're getting the speed that you need to run around the map, close the distance on enemies. The pistols, especially the executioner, is really much better at close range. The executioner is probably the only one that's not capable at long range. The other ones are, but they're not as good. They're a little weak, and you tend to lose more of the long range battles against the ARs, even the SMGs and the snipers, of course. So use the speed to your advantage, close the gap on your enemies, and try to get into as many close range engagements as you can, because that's where you're more likely to win these gunfights. The reason I use scavenger is because my class also consists of the smoke grenades, and these things are such a sweet, sweet piece of tactical equipment. They're very underutilized. As you can see, I'm using it here. I'm covering my team while we capture the B flag. I know there's an enemy here. Bop, I kill him. It's great for cover. It's great for closing the distance on enemies. If you see an enemy that's far away, you're not just going to run at them to try to get a kill. You're going to, bam, nice triple right there. You're going to, you want to close that gap. So you're going to throw smoke in front of him, block his vision. That gives you a chance to run up closer to him and catch him off guard and surprise him right up in his face. You can also use smoke to create a distraction so you could run by so enemies can't shoot you. I mean, yeah, there are things like the whatever that scope is, I can't think of it, the dual band that allows you to see through smoke. But you know what? It's a very rarely used attachment in this game. So the likelihood of somebody, being in that area where you're throwing the smoke and seeing you through it is not, the chances of that aren't great. I mean, guys can still shoot you through the smoke. It's gonna happen here and there, but you gotta just use the smoke to your advantage. Create screens. Scavenger will replenish your smoke grenades every time you run over a blue pack. So don't be afraid to spam the smoke, guys. Spam that smoke. It might piss some people off, but you know what? In this game, pissing off enemies is not always a bad thing, because you make them rage, you make them go crazy, you make them do stupid things. There I am throwing a screen over there. I wasn't sure if any of my enemies were going to come around the corner, so now I'm walking through. I'm going to wait for a guy, and bam, I pick up a kill. So, I mean, there's a lot of ways you can use smoke. Use it to your advantage. Try out different things, and play it like that. Use it to capture flags too. Don't worry about you gotta have to worry about grenades coming in and stuff like that. Obviously still, but I mean, it just makes it harder for the enemy to just shoot you if you're clouded by a big puff of smoke. So use the smoke bombs, guys. Don't be afraid to spam smoke on any maps and whatever, right? So as far as attachments go for the pistols, I found fast mags was probably the best attachment to use on pretty much all of the pistols. I like to reload after every 1 to 2 kills, so reloading fast is very beneficial. I mean, some pistols give you like up to 25 or so rounds, so you don't really need to reload that much, but if you're the kind of guy like me that just likes to reload often, make sure you have a fresh clip, then fast mags is always handy, especially with the executioner where the reload's really slow. You want that fast, just pop, 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 fill the chamber back up, and then you're back getting your kills again. I find a lot of guys like to go with the silencer with the pistols, but as you can see here, if you can't tell, I am playing hardcore, which is another huge, huge, huge thing if you want to beast with the pistols, because the pistols are crazy in hardcore. They totally murk guys. As you can see, I am just running around and I am slaying everybody. Watch this kill feed right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Basically just took out the whole team with a pistol. no problem. I mean, in hardcore, pistols are boss, so you don't need a silencer, guys. You making noise on the radar isn't going to do anything. Um, I mean, if they have a UAV up, then yeah, you're going to make some noise. But since you have lightweight and marathon on and you're constantly moving, every time you show up as a little red blip on their map, you are in a completely different spot by the time they come to try to find you. Lightweight is almost to me like using Ghost because since you're moving around so much, every time your little red blip shows up on the map to the enemies, you are in such a different spot that it's almost not even worth them chasing you down. Um, so don't worry about being seen on the minimap, guys. You don't have to use a silencer. If anything, it's just going to weaken your gun, and you don't want that. So no silencer. Fast mags is probably the best attachment. The dual wield is pretty cool. The akimbos, that's fun too. And extended mags, I would say, is also another one. You don't need no red dot sights or nothing like that. I mean, the iron sights on the pistols are great. I mean, if you're playing hardcore and you're having a hard time because you don't have a crosshair in the middle of the screen, then maybe you need a red dot sight. But to be honest, I mean, just maybe practice a little bit with the pistols and get used to not having a crosshair in the middle of the screen, and you'll get used to it pretty fast. So, another piece of advice that I like to give you guys is pre-aim around corners. I mean, I don't do it all the time. It's hard to keep that in the back of your head all the time. But if you can remember, pre-aim around corners because the pistols, like I said, the maneuverability of the pistols is so clean and so smooth that you almost feel like you have a stock on it while you're ADS and moving around. That's sort of the feeling you get. So pre-aim around corners. You'll be ready for anything that comes around the corners. If you're not pre-aimed and somebody comes, don't be afraid to hip fire at close range, guys. These things have pretty decent hip fire accuracy, but while you're hip firing, pull up your gun and improve your accuracy to get those shots pinpointed on your enemies, and you'll most likely get a kill in those situations. I'd say for your headshot challenges, you mostly want to play team deathmatch, hardcore team deathmatch. I mean, the purpose is killing basically. Aim high, obviously. You're going for headshots. Some guns take longer than others. The Executioner took me quite a while to get 100 headshots with because that gun's just really difficult. You got to get really close all the time, and just even aiming for the head is just not the easiest with that gun. The accuracy is a little subpar, but all I can say is play team deathmatch. You don't need to play any other game modes. You can if you want to, obviously, but you're looking for just kills now. You don't want to be worrying about flags and people camping at flags and chasing out gold tags and stuff like that. Once you complete your 100 headshots and you've unlocked all the Elo challenges, a lot of people for the Art of War and the Cherry Blossom challenges, you have to get 150 kills with no attachments and then 150 kills with no perks. Guys, do those both at the same time. You save yourself a lot of time. It is not that hard. It is way easier to get 150 kills than it is to get 300 kills. In this situation, you're going to have to completely revamp your creator class. So eliminate all your perks, eliminate all your attachments, and then equip yourself with a riot shield as your primary and a tactical insertion with the smoke bomb using the tactician wild card, and you are good to go. As you can see here, I got some gameplay where I got a riot shield on my back. I am capping B. I'm playing domination because you got a lot more kills in domination. Remember, I'm only going for these 2 camos. I don't really care about anything else. My goal here is to get 150 kills. So I am spamming the B flag. I got my tac insertion right by the B flag. I got my riot shield on my back protecting me. I'm spamming smoke. The B flag is a very high populated area on all maps. So my advice would be plant your tac insertion near the B flag and just keep spamming the B flag. Within 2, 3, 4 games, if you can have some good kills, you'll complete those 2 challenges both at once, and it'll be like nothing happened. When it comes to getting your bloodthirsties is usually the last challenge I complete. Don't be afraid to camp for your bloodthirsties, guys. You're not a pussy if you're camping for it. Bloodthirsties are not easy to get. If you need like one more, don't be afraid to camp for it. It's gonna take a while to get 10 bloodthirsties, but hopefully it doesn't take you too long, but don't be afraid to camp. If you're on 4 kills, don't be afraid to camp for your last kill. I know I said to run around and be fast and don't stop moving kind of thing, but when you're going for your bloodthirsties, I mean, if you need one more kill, there's no reason to risk running out and getting killed or whatever. So just keep that stuff in mind. I didn't get any swarms or anything like that when I was running with the pistols. They're not like the best weapons in the game, but in hardcore, I would say they're pretty overpowered due to the fact that they're you know, so versatile and so maneuverable, and they're very accurate too. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this gameplay. I put a lot of clips in here, and I hope it's not too long, but I had a lot of stuff I wanted to show you guys, a lot of stuff I wanted to say. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, or you can tweet me. Add me on Twitter at VileSelf. We could talk about Call of Duty and this and that. On the forums as well. I play COD. So that's it, guys. I hope you guys learned some stuff from my gameplay and my advice on how to beast with the pistols. If you do what I do, I'm telling you right now, you'll get some awesome gameplay with the pistols, some cool kill feeds, and before you know it, you'll have the diamond camos unlocked. All right, thanks, guys. Peace.